From Sniper Island, far away,
Are you gonna start it?
where my aim is straight and true. Lula luli loo. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wano Bros Podcast, episode 10. I'm Omar. That's RJ. That's Austin. How we doing, guys? It's been a long week.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
You know, with great respect to Usopp, you already know how to open up the podcast like that. You already know. I know RJ had some questions, but not really a big week in anime yet again. I
Yeah,
know
it was.
it was.
Psalm 100 got announced the final 2 or 3 episodes.
Jesus, that's the only thing we'll see from it for the next 10 years.
Well,
Oh.
it's only supposed to have a 12 core count.
Oh, it's only supposed to have a couple
Like,
episodes. Okay.
12 episodes per season because they still have they have another whole season to adapt. Probably, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think the manga is maybe in 60s or 70s for chapters. I haven't looked. But yeah, Christmas Day it comes out, so
That's a decent Christmas present.
yeah.
Uh,
It's better that it all comes out at the same time rather than just episode 10 and then you gotta wait for 11 and then 12. It's good they're just kind of releasing all 3.
Oh, they're releasing all 3 just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then, because I really like Cliffhanger, because honestly, Psalm 100 was a slow start for me. I liked it, but what really hooked me on that show was that one episode where they were locked in with those flight attendants. Such a good episode. I think that was the best episode of the whole series,
that's funny.
because you have him trying to figure out he's some almost 24-year-old virgin, and he gets put into this position where it's one of the things on his bucket list, his first thing that he's actually run into from his bucket list, with his old rugby friend, and it was honestly that just embodied the show. That's why for that episode was actually probably the best episode in the whole series yet.
Hits you, and then another anime moment where it hits you in the feels with that girl's backstory, and then she gets chomped by a
Got
zombie.
wrecked. Well, by one of the passengers.
Yeah.
Zombified.
Reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I saw it. It was actually pretty good.
I'm going to constitute it as a harassment at this point. From just how much content, Five Nights at Freddy's content, is on my For You page.
Well,
It's
that's because
it's
Five Nights at Freddy's
unconsensual
huge, bro.
and it's unprovoked, and it's all Five
let's
Nights
not
at
forget.
Freddy's.
Let's not forget this man. If Omar gets For You on his For You page ships between Deku and Bakugo. Let's not forget that.
Okay, all right. That
he's
was
not
one
safe.
time. I stopped seeing it after that second time it came up.
He's not.
there.
Second time, he's not safe.
I'm not safe. That's crazy.
He's
The
not
last
safe.
time I talked about it was the last time it showed up on my For You page. And that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
maybe
I'm
the
trying to-
second time.
I'm trying to get my For You page back on track.
Yeah.
Get off of breakup TikTok. It's too
My
much.
For You page is dead ass just Fortnite and then just stupid ass shit. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
I
I don't
get
get any anime anymore.
I get One Piece leaks, One Piece chapters, some Kagurabachi in there a little bit.
It's always gonna be there.
Yeah, literally. But speaking of One Piece leaks, if anybody has saw them,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Wait, don't even- it's not even
I'm not
talk
gonna
about
say
it.
anything about the chapter, but I will say this: we're worried about Oda. Did you hear about Oda? What happened?
Yeah, he's taking a month break.
Is he taking a month break? Is it confirmed?
I'm pretty sure it's consensus that he's gone for a month, so we're missing 4 chapters.
As he should, though, because he.
Fuck yeah, dude's been
For people who don't know, it's like
never got a break.
yeah, and bro, really, he never gets a break. Like, that's fine with me, to be completely honest. I'm just not looking forward to the filler that we're gonna have to look at for a little while. But
No, we're not gonna get any filler.
maybe it'll give us a chance to catch up. You never know.
No, the manga, the One Piece manga and anime will always. There's a rule for One Piece manga and anime. It's always a year split. It's always been a year split, and they'll never make it under a year. That's why they're always maybe a year and a month or 2 months ahead of schedule in case of extremities like this, because they never want to get too close. Because One Piece material is so fresh, it's really hard to adapt very close to the story.
Yeah.
If they get Gear 5 came out 2022 in May, we saw it in July of 2023.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's the year.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just
for-
usually how it goes for Toei.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Oda had to effectively he didn't want to hand in apparently he didn't want to give chapter 1098 to the manga company that he works for. I forgot. I think it's
Toei or
Toei.
Shueisha.
I was gonna say
Shueisha.
Shueisha. I was gonna say
Shueisha.
Shueisha, but I didn't want to assume.
Toei's the animation company. Shueisha is the publishing company,
Yeah.
which owns all the rights to the manga.
Okay. So regardless, he didn't want to hand it into Shueisha because it was apparently incomplete and the chapter wasn't finished, which leads to speculate there's more than what's going on that's already came out in the leaks. That's going to come out in another month or two after Oda takes his break, his much necessary needed break, because this man gives us constant content with no complaints.
Well, my big guess, since we do see Bonnie and Blackbeard in the chapter, my big guess is we're gonna see the lead up in between Aokiji and Akainu. It's only fitting because we already saw the God Valley flashback, and
You think we're gonna see that fight between Akainu and
because
Kizaru?
the time not
Well, not
Kizaru, like
Kizaru,
Aokiji.
Aokiji, I'm bugging, I'm bugging.
The timeline matches up because right when Bonnie and that whole handover incident where Blackbeard pretty much gave Bonnie to the world government
Yeah.
and they called her child. Right after that, I'm
Wait,
frankly
he
sure.
called her child?
No, but
Oh,
we
okay,
know
okay.
that the government knows that she's a child.
Yeah.
Remember he handed her over, and then the Blackbeard Pirates were like, "Yo, the flame dudes, the magma dudes here, let's fucking dip."
Yeah.
I think we're definitely gonna get a flashback between Aokiji and we just have to, which it's been due
Aokiji
for
and
so long.
Blackbeard?
No, Aokiji and Akainu.
Akainu.
Right on Punk Hazard.
Yeah, because that's if you look at the setting back where that episode takes place with the Blackbeard where the Blackbeard pirates are running from Akainu, it's a very Punk Hazard-esque like setting. If you look at it, everything's flamed.
Yeah.
Could have been right after, could have been during. It's really weird.
And it could also be the chapter where we really find out why, like, Aokiji left the government.
Exactly. And honestly, we're due for so many flashbacks in One Piece right now. Like we had a flashback when he became pseudo captain of the Whitebeard Pirates when Whitebeard died, and they fought the Blackbeard Pirates. Was the same setting essentially where Julia Bonnie was handed over to the Navy, where Akainu made the Blackbeard Pirates run. So I think that whole flashback is really important in the aspect of the Blackbeard Pirates are so strong and they beat the whole remnant of the Whitebeard crew. Why are they just running from Akainu?
Could it be if they do the exchange of Jewelry Bonnie on Punk Hazard and Akainu gets there? Could that be the build up because Aokiji's coming behind him and they're going to fight there?
Exactly, that's my point. Because as we know, that Aokiji is, although he is an admiral, was an admiral, he has a sense of justice that's completely different than Akainu's. And there's a reason, but he's his apprentice, but there also is a known fact. If Jewelry Bonnie was handed over to the Navy in Punk Hazard, we don't know the setting yet, but if she was handed over, why is she still free?
Yeah, why do we see her at the Reverie?
Why is she still free in Egghead and the Reverie?
That's interesting, actually.
You see what I mean? Why is she still free?
How
Why would the government hand over a pirate?
But
Especially
how did that even happen? Did she escape?
That's my point. I think when Akainu faced Aokiji, she broke through. Because we know Aokiji as this not heroic figure, but one who stands by justice. And if he knows that Bonnie is 12, he won't sit there and let Akainu kill her.
She probably used her like age fruit to get out of there.
Yeah, but you see it. You see her get captured in the flashback. She's regular Bonnie age. My point is, Aokiji probably knows that Bonnie was 12, and he doesn't want to sit around and watch a 12-year-old get brutally murdered. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's
and that could have started the whole Punk Hazard issue. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
there's
sense.
There's also one more event in One Piece that we still need to see, and it is the event of Rox's Island, Pirate Island. We still know that we know Law is the genius behind all the planning behind it. We know Kobe is the hero of Pirate Island, and we know Blackbeard and like pretty much inhabits Pirate Island with the Blackbeard crew.
Yep.
So we still don't know like all the background. Not even any of the background really. We just know the epithets of the people that were taking place inside that little war or whatever it was.
And if that's the case, I think there's going to be a flashback soon connecting back to Rox. I like people have been like talking about this for a while, but they know that they feel like Rox is still alive and Rox is not dead because we've never seen him dead or die or
dead
really actually seen him at all. But I took this theory a step up earlier by saying, like, he's actually the man marked by flames.
Mm,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, wait.
Don't they
Before you
allude
say
in
that, we
Wano
gotta look
to
at.
rocks being wiped out on God Valley?
Hold on.
He wasn't killed.
Let Omar give. Let Omar give his theory on
So,
here.
when all we have to look at here is the Jolly Roger, right? He has a skull there, spells out rocks, and then it has a skull there, and the skull is on fire.
Yeah, but there's so many people in One Piece that have flames all over them. Scopper Gaban, the remnant of the Roger pirate, one who found all 4 poneglyphs with Roger. That could be man marked by flames. You can look at
How?
Dragon.
How?
He's Roger's left-hand man. He's seen all 4 road poneglyphs and every other poneglyph. He's literally seen the One Piece.
Yeah,
Does
but in
anyone
what way does that connect him from being the man marked by flames?
his
Wouldn't he be the man marked by axes?
his face has flame marks on it.
Hold on.
There's a picture of Scopper Gaban.
I
Old.
am.
I mean, you could
Is he
say like
bald?
King too.
Mhm.
He's bald?
He should be before he had hair. That's just fire name Scopper Gaban.
I mean,
Mm,
I feel like
he
there's a lot
doesn't
of
have
people
any
in One
burn
Piece-
scars, the ones that I'm looking at least.
Hold on.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a lot of people in
Yeah,
One Piece
dude,
who have like some sort of fire into their character element, whether it's
You
their
wanna FaceTime me really
power.
quick?
Yeah, let me FaceTime you. Yeah, let me FaceTime him. But I mean, that's just what I've seen. Like I'm looking at photos.
So this isn't completely true, but he wears the same earrings as Scopper Gaban, has the same facial features, and wears the same glasses as him. This guy.
Oh, that's the guy that I was looking at. Yeah. But I'm saying, even when we look at like later pictures of Scopper Gaban, there's no real evidence that he was marked by flames.
Neither do we know of rocks. We don't know rocks. We just
Yeah,
see a
we
Jolly
do.
Roger.
We can. Yeah, but we've seen in multiple instances that the Jolly Roger typically reflects the captain.
I completely understand that, but like, if Rocks is alive and he's this pillar that Eustace Kid or Trafalgar Law want to see that Luffy doesn't know, it'll be really ambiguous to the story to make it one of the most key figures in God Valley. It would be overstepping. Unless he's like some Madara Uchiha-esque villain where he's just sitting in a cave and he's like an eye patch, and then we all go, "Oh my God, it's Roxy Zavek." But I just don't see that happening. If it does, I will be dumbfounded and be like, "Oh my God, that's crazy." But
Okay, wait.
I just can't see it.
Okay, so I just decided to look up on Google, man marked by flames. It gave me 4 people. I'm gonna go over the people that it gave me and what you guys think about it. The last one will surprise you. Sabo, also known as
Well, he is.
wait. The AI said also known as Lucy. Sabo is the chief of staff of the Revolutionary Army.
Well, he was Lucy for a time.
He was, but it was. All right.
No, he was Lucy for a time. Remember when he got the devil fruit?
Yeah. Okay.
Lucy.
Okay. He is the second in command of the organization after the Supreme Commander Monkey D. Dragon. Sabo is sworn brother of Monkey D. Luffy and Porcupine D. Ace. And then the second one is Monkey D. Dragon. Chapter 1081 of One Piece suggests that the man marked by flames is Luffy's father, Monkey D. Dragon. Dragon has a distinctive face tattoo that could be mistaken for a burn scar. Okay, I don't really like that one.
Just tell us the names.
Okay, Jaguar de Saul. That's I could see that in multiple ways. But this last one, I'm not sure who this exactly is, but it's Hinokizu.
Oh, Hinokizu.
Hinokizu is a mysterious man with a burn scar. He is rumored to have a road poneglyph, which was once on Fishman Island. He is said to sail on an all-black ship.
Yeah, we don't have a picture of Hinokizu. Yeah. That might be the guy marked by flames.
Yeah, I mean that's solid. Hinokizu.
Could it be Luffy because he has a scar from Akainu from Rainford?
I just looked it up again. It says Saul, Kuzan, or Skopper Gaban. But this one says that Skopper Gaban also fights with flames on his legs, but I don't know. I don't think that's true. I feel like if it was Skopper Gaban, I feel like they would name him the man marked by axes. I feel like that would be better. Because he uses 2 axes the way he fights with the Roger Pirates. What do you think, Austin?
I don't even know half these people, I feel like.
You just watched the fight.
Oh. I told you I skipped through some of it. So, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't interested. I watched like 2 episodes of that whole backstory. And then I skimmed through it, and then I watched a little bit of the Gold Roger parts and kept on moving.
He's just skipping through One Piece, this guy.
I'm sorry, it was boring. I don't like flashbacks. I'm just gonna be honest. Flashbacks come on, it's like right to sleep. Get me a pillow and a blanket.
Well, sometimes flashbacks are very important in One Piece.
Well, they're in fucking goddamn near every episode of One Piece. One Piece is just like dude, like if you can sum up every One Piece fan and like, yo, what's your favorite thing about One Piece? It's like the foreshadowing when fucking everything is a foreshadow. And it's like Luffy's like, man, he's like I love salt in one episode, and then like 100 episodes later he goes, I like pepper with my salt. Like, oh my god, this is mind breaking. This is elevating. My brain is off the floor right now. There's no way he just referenced episode 5.
When like everyone in Wano knows Ace. Now like everyone knows Ace.
Everyone knows Ace. Everyone's been knowing Ace.
Well,
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't
it's
think
more
he's a man
apparent,
marked by flames either, though.
like right now, because like Yamato is talking about Ace. Otama talked about Ace. It's like
Yeah, because
everyone on Wano like met Ace, I guess.
it really brings forth the theory that Ace was supposed to be Joy Boy, and in a sense that Luffy got the gum gum fruit that it was essentially brought from Shanks to give to Ace, since that's his captain's son. And Ace going to all these same states and islands that Luffy was at, and not being able to do the same thing that Luffy has done, just goes to show you that although Ace was the one that was inherited, king of the by the father who was king of the pirates, chosen by an emperor of the sea, has insane potential and ceiling that someone like Luffy, who wasn't supposed to be chosen, who just came out of nowhere
And ate the fruit randomly.
has set out and embarked and done all these things that his late brother never got to accomplish, which goes to show you that fate in One Piece, although it is fixed, has some type of relatability to, like, if you look at the way Garp is and if you look at the way Luffy is, every lineage and generation is in opposition of the one before. Like, Ace hates Roger. We can look at Roger and be like, this is a great guy, but Ace hates Roger for his epithet, right? You look at Garp is a great guy, but Luffy doesn't necessarily hate Garp for him. He doesn't hate Garp, but it's a complete opposite. And it's like, what makes you think that, like there's a really big theory that Rocks is essentially Luffy's grandfather, and it also plays a big role in this whole One Piece shenanigan where it doesn't matter if you're the worst criminal alive, your son can be the best hero.
That's my theory.
And that's a lot of people's theories, Omar.
I've been made that theory. You know that.
Bro made the theory.
I did make the theory. I saw
Made
I
the
saw
theory.
I saw a video about the Grand Line. He was talking about something completely different, and then I paused like halfway through the video and made that theory. I promise you.
Like you commented it under the video, and then everyone just started liking it and using
No,
it.
I didn't do
Yes,
all that.
it wrapped around the whole globe of the One Piece stratosphere. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, is it confirmed then that Luffy's Joy Boy?
Essentially. And that's what I'm saying. It's like Ace was this Joy Boy and Luffy wasn't supposed to be. And if you look at Wano, it's a clear indication that Ace was supposed to be, not necessarily supposed to be the one to liberate Wano, but when he went there, it was almost like a kick in the face, like, damn, yeah, like, if Luffy didn't exist, Ace might have been the one with the Gum Gum Fruit to, like, really liberate all of Wano. Because this is, I mean, everything's there, his ceiling's there, he's the son of the King of the Pirates, would have been trained by probably Rayleigh and Shanks, absolute powerhouse and potential of hockey, has all 3 forms.
Yeah, they say that. He never used it though. I don't know.
Well, you also have to realize, Omar, in pre-time skip, there was really no evidence of hockey. But if you read the light novel in which Ace fights Whitebeard, and you look at also Wano feats that Ace is legitimately stronger than Yamato, bro's pretty strong. Like, we're talking about Yamato, the one that can fight hybrid Kaido.
Yeah.
And you can't say she got stronger because she locked up with both hands behind, like tied behind her back. Like, you know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
Like,
I can't deny that.
Ace is a powerhouse, and to say like, oh well, he's a fraud, he died to a Kainu. The Blackbeard pirates ran from a Kainu.
Bro, first of all, he ran in front of Luffy. Like, Akainu was aiming for Luffy.
Not even that, the Blackbeard pirates, who solo-handedly have destroyed so much in the One Piece world, ran from this one magma dude. And then they call Ace fraudulent for dying to him, even though he was just protecting Luffy, who wasn't even near their levels at that time in 3 times.
I think that Akainu is just kind of a lot more powerful than everybody else. I don't know. That's just my thing. And I feel like Kong is, like, even stronger.
No. I don't think so.
I think Kong is strong. I think his name is Monkey D. Kong.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, people like to say that, like, since his name is Kong, he should be like Monkey D. Kong. Like, Kong, the Monkey Kong.
Yeah.
So I had a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I always see it and I never know the meaning behind it, but why in Ace's tattoo on his left arm does he have the S crossed out?
Because originally he thought Sabo died.
ASCE?
Crybaby for Luffy.
Crybaby for Luffy.
Yeah. Instead of putting Luffy, he said crybaby. Because he
so
used
it's
to
not
call him a
an E.
crybaby.
It's a B at the end. So it's ACB?
No, it's
No,
Ace.
it's ASCE.
And
It's
then
Ace,
E for
it spells
Edward
Ace.
Newgate.
It says Ace. No, it's just Ace, but then it's S, and it's crossed out for Sabo.
Because because they originally thought Sabo died. But in the sense, they just revived his memory by putting it on.
But E's not for Edward Newgate. It's literally just Ace with
No,
the S.
A is for Edward Newgate. It was confirmed, I believe.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just Ace with the S in the middle that stands for Sabo, because it's only one letter crossed out.
I always see it and I'm like, did he think his name was like spelled differently and then they had to like go back and fix it or something? So
Imagine.
I think it's all foreshadowing, because if you look at Sabo, he wasn't really like even talked about at all. So it's like when Oda did that, it was like everyone was like, "Oh my God."
foreshadowed.
I mean, it was, but it's like
It was
I think he
foreshadowed.
could have expressed it after. Because
Yeah,
he did
I mean
express
that's like we were saying earlier. Like I think they should introduce Sabo a lot earlier in the story than they did in the live action. I should say, like they should have introduced Sabo in the live action, like in Alabasta, and then we don't see him till maybe, let's say the Reverie. Let's say the first Reverie before
Well, he's not at the first Reverie.
No, that's what I'm saying. You insert a scene where
okay.
you see Sabo. It's going to be low key, but you see him at the Reverie, like spying on the world nobles and the world individuals.
That would be really cool, but
Just to like show like he's still relevant, and then you go to, I forget the name of the. Then you go to Dressrosa, and then you're officially introduced to him. And
I mean, that's a giant skip. Like we're talking about like
no,
pre-Alabasta. I mean, we're talking about like post-Alabasta all the way to like Dressrosa. That's like 500 episodes.
Yeah, no, hear me. But what I'm saying is, you introduce him in Alabasta slightly. You give him like a post-credit scene at the end of the series or something, just so we know like he exists and is prevalent throughout the story.
But it makes no sense because people who only watch the live action wouldn't understand that that's Luffy's brother, or wouldn't even understand the key stake and like who is this? Why is this? Like, it makes no sense.
That's the point.
It'd be completely different if
That's the point.
It'd be completely different if when in
But
Lope
wait,
Town,
I'm not finished. That's why.
we see the whole revolutionary army and we see Sabo there.
Okay,
I was
I
gonna
can
say, why
understand that, but
How did
here's
they
what
just
I'm saying.
Introduce him.
Here's what I'm saying. If you introduce him much earlier, you introduce him in Alabasta. Then Alabasta finishes, you go into the next season, as well as getting new characters or getting Brook, right? And instead of all those like little filler shit that you have in
After
Thriller
Alabasta.
Bark, huh?
Not after Alabasta.
What is it? I forgot. After...
Skypiea.
Okay, then I'm
Yes.
mixing it up a little bit.
Brooke and Skypiea?
I'm saying, no, I lied. I skipped Skypiea for some reason. But
You
what
still
I'm...
have Skypiea.
Wow, I made a
You
major
have
jump.
Long
huh?
Ring, Long Island, Foxy Pirates.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just trying to say we can integrate like little stories here and there about the Revolutionary Army like we were doing with Garp and Kobe. Because
So what would the scene look like? Like an after credit scene with Sabo and to introduce them. Like what would they be doing?
him
Just like a
No, it would be something really minimal to get the audience confused. Because that's the point. The point is to get the audience to get confused, to get them to eventually learn who that person is. Right? And I'm saying we bring up his backstory with Sabo and Luffy. We bring it up earlier in the story. We don't have the backstory where it's just Luffy and Ace. We have a whole backstory where it's Luffy, Ace, and Sabo.
That's just really far because you still have to go through. You have to go through Skypiea, Long Ring, Foxy, Water 7, Annie's Lobby.
Yeah, but that's
Annie's Lobby. Just no, Marineford's right after Thriller Bark.
But that's also like the only other way you can do it without truly interrupting the story.
Well, it's not interrupting. I mean, I think it would just interrupt it a little too much because that's like 4 seasons worth of live action. And it's like imagine just dropping some like blonde kid in like season 1 and be like, "Yo, who is that?" And then just not revisiting the story till post time skip.
I'm not saying you revisit it. I'm saying during like little bits. There's gonna be like little bits throughout the show, like telling us who he is, and then later on into the following season, like let's say we throw in little things about the Revolutionary Army in season 4, and then later on in season 5 we start to learn about the backstory with Luffy, Ace, and Sabo as well.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like the only way they can drop Sabo in is by entangling him with Dragon being at Logtown. And they can't revisit it because the Revolutionary Army is not talked about until when we see the Kuja Pirates and we see Marineford. That is the only other time that Dragon is brought up and the Revolutionary is total just because of Ivankov. So in terms of waiting for seasons, it'd be imperative if we just the only way you could do it is if you just drop but right before Marineford happens. Because then there's a sense of, yo, who is this? You see Luffy's brother die, all that stuff happens, and then you see his arm, and you're like, whoa, 2 and 2 together. But if you just drop him in Alabasta, I mean, look, if you get like a scene in between Ace and Luffy, you see like a background, you see like a shadowed figure when they're drinking the sake, and that'd be cool, but that's the only way they could drop it, and they would have to wait 4 seasons for them to go back into Marineford just to do that.
I was gonna say with like the only place I could see them doing that is like Logtown, like you said, when Dragon stops Smoker from killing Luffy, they could have maybe a transition where Dragon walks away and he passes like Sabo in a hooded thing and you see like a flash of the blonde hair or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
yeah, or like him in the hat and then it's just like him turned around and then he smiles.
But I agree with RJ where they don't really show like Dragon besides they do.
They show him in the green cloak when Roger
Only
was
in
getting
Logtown.
executed. Yeah.
Only in Logtown, but in the Marineford, they would only be able to show him in a flashback, but they didn't even show him in a flashback or in anything in the actual anime. They only mentioned him, and that's when Akainu realizes that Luffy is the son of the Revolutionary Dragon. That's the only time he's brought up since Logtown. And the only reason why is because he sees Luffy with Ivankov, and they relay his name as Monkey D. Luffy, and, you know, here we go
No,
again.
I was going to say, after Annie's lobby, when they go back to Water 7 and Garp is there, that's where we like first learn that like Dragon is Luffy's dad, right?
But you can't insert Sabo in there. You can't.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
Because
mean.
there's no like setting to talk about a brother because it's not even talking about Ace. The reason why Marineford and having Dragon there is super important is because they can actually lay groundwork because Ace dies in Marineford, which
But
is
this is also
Luffy's brother.
like, but this is also addressing the fans that are saying that Sabo was introduced way too late, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to have that. Oh my God, I forgot about you trope. Like we want to cut that out because
I
it's
think
not
they're-
really
Oh my God, I
a
forgot
great
about you,
plot
Trope,
point.
because the whole backstory for Sabo is that they believe he dies when he's trying to leave Goa.
And then he
And they
gets
don't know
amnesia.
he's alive until Dressrosa, where you see him in the Gladiator.
And you also gotta realize that the One Piece timeline is strictly small. Like, it might be 22 years or 25 years in terms of like manga, but in
But it's
reality,
only 2 years, yeah.
Luffy was dead ass 8, or he was like Luffy was like 6 when Sabo died, and bro was like 18 when he saw him again. So it's like there's a huge gap between that, and he's only been on
It's 12
sale
years, yeah.
post Wano for 7 months.
Yeah.
So it's like it was bound to happen. I think that they did a good job in fixing it in a way where it's not like a oh shit I forgot you moment. It's more of like a this actually was mad long ago. There's no way you're still alive moment.
And
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like if you introduce Sabo to an audience of like strictly live action viewers, people who haven't watched the anime, and then they go and they search up to see who this person is, I feel
It's
like
so
it's
easy.
gonna like spoil so much of the story for these people, because I feel like when you look up Sabo, there's probably gonna be something about how he shows up after Ace's death. You learn about him after Ace's death and during like the whole post-war and like Luffy's training arc kind of thing. So I feel like it would kind of just like ruin the story for some people if they wanted to look into it.
And you know also I think they're gonna do in the live action that's not done in the like the actual like the manga and the anime. I think they're actually gonna put Dragon's like moral compass a little more on track with keeping tabs on Luffy. Because in the anime, bro does not give a fuck. Like someone will
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, this is what your son's doing." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah,
But
literally.
the way Garp looks after Luffy
Surely
in
is your
live
son,
action,
Dragon. Doesn't see him again.
the way Luffy looked, I mean, the way Garp looks at Luffy in the live action, I think they're really gonna prioritize at least some type of key watch on, because I feel like what the live action is doing is keeping an eye more on Luffy rather than diversifying everything a little more the way the anime does. Because if you look at the way that Mihawk doesn't even give a fuck about Luffy when they're on the broad yet. He does not in the anime. He does not. He's like, "Yo, Zoro, finna whoop your ass. You're donezo," and then leaves. Right? In the anime, I mean, in the live action, there's like a really big like topic. Like he's like, "Oh, yo, who's this kid, bro? I like with this kid." He's like just shitting in Garp's office, just like with his feet on the table, and he's like, "Mm, that little brat of yours, he's pretty cool." And then it's like you bring this more aspect of everyone's like focusing on Luffy rather than what the anime does. So it's
Yeah.
I think they're really gonna emphasize a lot of these characters focusing on Luffy more over than what they did in the anime.
I agree.
Because like bro, if Mihawk gives a fuck about you, there's no way.
All right, so what do we think? Did Mihawk participate in that awful rabbit challenge or what?
Dude, that's honestly foreshadowing, because if you really look at it, in episode whatever Bartier bullshit, he tells Zoro, "I don't hunt rabbits with cannons." And if you look, I mean, there's so many theories saying that Mihawk is
It's
an
so fucked up.
saint, like
It's
ex
so fucked up.
Marijois knight and all that, like the same thing that Shank's father, Mr.
I feel like
Garlic.
we have to tell Austin.
Hold
though.
on, let me speak.
Like I know, I
Hold on.
understand, but I just feel like we have to give Austin like a little context before we continue.
This guy's the king of cutting off. I was gonna get there.
I'm sorry. All right, go. I'm sorry. I won't
Okay,
interrupt you.
so
I'll even mute myself.
in God Valley, right, Austin?
Okay.
Back then, it was essentially a place where they would set up a. This guy's still cutting me off even with being muted on.
No way you can hear me.
No, you're just doing facial expressions. Look at the camera.
Okay. I'll stop.
God Valley was only not necessarily a single use place. We don't know that yet, but when the Holy Knights of Marijois, which are celestial dragons, just ones who actually fight and those like not ones that just shit on their ass, when they went into this place called God Valley, they put all these different kinds of people, like races, together, right? So that they can hunt them. Like an extermination, like population control. And at the end,
Okay.
whoever got the most points out of these people who were participating in it, they would get a prize. And there were like I think 6 or 12 chests, and then one of the chests had Kuma's fruit, one of the chests had Kaido's fruit. You could win a Buccaneer boy like Mr. Kuma himself because he was like the last of his race. It was like some weird ass prizes, like some only like rich top echelon like people would do some shit like that, right? And
AKA Celestial Dragons.
and in the chapter, it is referred to as the people or the races of people who were being essentially put to death just by population control. They were referred to as rabbits.
Okay.
There's a special rabbit
And
thing
when
too. Yeah.
when Figurlin Garland was talking about it, he was like, "Oh, when he kills like the literal king of God Valley, the person who actually ran God Valley before the Celestials came in and just destroyed everything." He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna just kill this like dude, like this rabbit, because I'm gonna let them get a head start." And it like really brought to light like, yo, like Mihawk dead said this. If you look at Mihawk, he's like a holy cross. He looks like a dripped out Christian, bro. Like he looks like a holy knight in the complete aspect. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Dracula, the actual Dracula is like, you
Yeah.
know.
You can see like
Yeah.
the similarities.
So it just begs to differ. And how did Shanks and Mihawk have this like really big connection between them? Mihawk had to have been a holy knight of some sort, and he knew that Shanks was of a lineage because Shanks was found at God Valley, and he's a Celestial, and I was cooking there. But Shanks and Mihawk have relationship. They have a relationship, and we know this for a fact, and it's because
They're in a relationship. No, I'm playing.
they're both Celestials.
Interesting. Is that a theory or is that proven?
Well,
Theory.
Shanks is 100% a Celestial. It's like cooked. Like he's 100%. Like his dad, Mr. Garlic. There's no
Garling?
way. No
You
garlic.
mean garlic.
Yeah,
So
and
Shanks'
then Mihawk's
family is kind of like Doflamingos.
not really. So essentially, there are Celestial Dragons who run the Holy Knights, who are like the combative force of the Celestial Dragons. And Shank's father, allegedly, is Saint Figurlin Garland from the Figurlin family, right? And
Finger
actually-
licking?
no, Figurland. So we actually get this in non-canon in Film Red, where they're talking about Uta, and they go, "Well, she might be from the Figurland family," because everyone thinks they were referring to Uta, but they was talking about my boy Shanks the whole time.
Because Uta was Shanks's daughter, but she was like an adopted daughter.
But they knew
thought-
that.
No,
They knew that.
They didn't know that she was adopted.
They did not. They didn't. They knew that wasn't Shank's kid.
Then why did they refer to her as part of the Figurlin family?
Why would they?
If they referred to her as part of the Figurlin family, they thought she's a biological daughter, not
Well,
adopted.
they would have referred. Wouldn't they refer to Shanks as well as Figurland?
They did
They didn't.
by saying she's part of the Figurlin family.
No, my thing is they didn't even reference Uta as Figurland. They were talking about Shanks. There was no personification when they were talking about it.
Okay, I see.
They were talking about they said that Figurland family. That Figurland family. So. Also, Shanks is very Nordic, and Figurland is a very Nordic last name. It's been a theory forever that Shanks was like this Viking-esque character who's like very Nordic, and just having that theory that Shanks is a Celestial just kind of breeds in with the Figurland family because also very Nordic last name, and just their way they're in the Celestial like outposts as these holy knights. It's Shanks lineage, bro. Like, the fraud can't. He's Shanks the snitch. Like you can't get away from it this far.
Bro got the rat fruit.
Bro got the ratatouille fruit, the tui.
Rat fruit.
Cause that bro be cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
enough of One Piece. We're literally almost we're almost done. Enough of One Piece. Mushoku Tensei.
Oh yeah. So let's hear what you thought about it, or I guess I'll hear because I know Omar hasn't watched it.
I was rocking with it. I'm not gonna lie. Sophie kind of annoying though. Real shit.
Selfie?
Mr. Fitz. Oh,
Mr. Fitz.
Really?
I hate.
You talking about season 2?
Fitz
Yeah,
the
Fitz-
YouTuber.
Fitz was very annoying. Like, bro, and also Rudy is a grade A, like stupid. Like he's so dumb. Like she was like dropping bombs on him, and bro didn't even forget. Like,
Why
don't
do
even
you
remember.
think Sophie's annoying? Because like she puts on the persona of
She took so long to
Mr.
tell
Fitz?
Rudy who she was. She took way too long. Like it was just so annoying.
it's the whole like
It would have been such a better cliffhanger if at the end of season 1 he goes to the school and he sees Sylphie and he does and then she sees him and he sees her and he instantly recognizes her, and it was just like a giant cliffhanger for the core. That'd have been so much better, because dude, the end of season 1 was like, what is bro just like depressed?
yeah, and then in season 2 he has to go.
Yeah, he cooks. I really like the beginning of season 2 with the hunter aspect, bro. He did Sarah dirty. He did Sarah big dirty, bro.
Yeah, he has to. But like the whole point of season 2 is like he has to learn. It's not just about
Yes,
Viagra.
yes, yes,
You know,
yes. His what's it called?
ED.
No. What do they call the thing that Fitz's bodyguard friend got him? What is it called? Oh,
Like the aphrodisiac.
the aphrodisiac, yeah. And bro
Yeah.
saw he was like, "Yo, this is what they broke." That one time,
No,
nah.
but like he has to learn that like I guess I don't know. I took away from it that Rudy in season 2 at the beginning is learning that just because he's strong doesn't mean people are just gonna like
Fall behind his knees, yeah.
and like he has to
Unless
learn
unless
Touch your
you're 2-year-old.
toes.
to be like much more aware of like situations.
Unless you're two Beast Girls, then you're behind Rudy for everything. But I like season 1 better than season 2, and that's because I love my boy Rougeard, and he was literally the goat. He carried season 1, if I'm being
The
completely honest.
when they fight the dragon god.
Well,
Horse
bro,
head?
that was so fire because I love whenever the man god comes in, but I also loved how Rudy was like just like doing incantations with like a hole in his throat, and then they killed bro, and then bro went back to like his old self, and then he was talking to the man god, and the man god was like, "Yo, shoot me, you dead homie,
Yeah.
get up."
You
And then
know,
he,
No, but
like,
you know
also,
what
filled the air
anime
with
I
fun.
miss? You want to know what anime I miss?
I'm ready.
Where the fuck is Black Clover?
how do you go from
Oh,
Mushoku Tensei to Black Clover?
Because
It'll
where the
come.
I just miss Black Clover. Like I just remembered
grilling.
the scene where I remember like Ferris's brother tries to kill him, and then Asta
Luck and Magna.
Magna
move with
pull
that
up on him. And Luck was like, "If you touch him, I'll fucking kill you." Like,
Well, Black Clover. I mean,
miss
Wait, hold
Black
on.
Clover.
Who did you call? You say Ferris?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Finral.
Finral. I was
and
close.
Lars.
I was close. I was close.
Like
Finral,
Ferris
Fin-
Bueller is in Black
Yeah,
Clover?
that's what. Yeah, it's Finral and then and Laris or what is
Yeah.
it?
Laris, yeah, Laris.
Yeah,
I
Larry.
was close enough. I don't care.
Or call him Phil and Larry.
Okay,
So-
but like here's the thing. Would you rather have Black Clover be on hiatus and you get no new episodes, or you get the Naruto treatment where you just get filler episodes for like for the last 3 years?
Black Clover Phil is actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
Like,
could,
those-
could
those-
you do could you do three whole years weekly of just filler?
Fuck no, but Charmy's episodes are fire. Like where it's just a sheep cooking. It's
Yeah.
clean. I like it. And then you
And
see
I
like
wish that
Charmy.
they
you see Real in the back. He's just chilling. He's like,
I wish they
Real's
had
like,
more
give me some of
moments of her
that.
like wolf form in the manga as well.
nah, Charmy's annoying too though. Like in
I
filler
can't
episodes,
wait to
she's god
see-
tier, but like in regular episodes she sucks.
I just can't wait to see the Magna scene where he like,
Punches 90% Dante.
yeah, oh my god, and it gets him
the
even
tug of war?
with Magna. Oh,
Luck is still stronger. It's still not a it's not a comparison.
I mean, yeah, but just Magna just continues to impress me more and more.
Well, Magnet hasn't done shit since that punch. Bro was like the bite of 87.
I mean, but
I mean, he's like barely been in the story besides this final battle that they're in.
like my boy Luck cooking, bro. My boy Luck been cooking.
Same with what's his face, Zaldris, the guy with the summoning circles or like the
Yeah.
reflection circles.
the
you see him in,
red hair
like,
guy, yeah. Like
the-
2 fucking frames.
The mage exams, whatever. And then you see him in the final battle between the elves and shit, and then like he's gone. He just like disappears.
literally.
I
And
also
there was one other guy that was like Yami's second hand, but like you never see him ever.
Yeah, we do. But he plays a giant role in the manga
Yeah,
now.
at the
Now he does because now he's a freaking Dark
not-
Angel.
No, that's Morgan. Morgan.
Oh yeah.
Noct. That's Noct's brother. Noct has been a really big like part of the story ever since Yami disappeared. Like in that, like the mid of the
Oh,
whole
since
like
the end of
manga.
the anime, basically.
Since the end of the anime, Noct has been like probably like one of the biggest characters.
That's where you learn about him because he comes in.
My boy Noct pulled up with the pets on him. I ain't gonna lie. Like he pulled up and was like, "Yo, Asta, put this boy in a chain," and Asta was like, "Nah."
And it
Nah.
doesn't make sense anywhere else in
No.
the story to introduce him like prior to when he is introduced.
It
when
doesn't, yeah, because he was
Yami
really
is
investigating.
God
So Love was investigating. Noct is the go. I love Noct, and I also
do
like
wish-
that.
A problem I have with Black Clover is I know it gets a lot of like Naruto comparisons, but at the same time, they make all these friends like Mars and stuff early on in the series, and then you just never see Mars again.
Yeah, you do.
You see him like one time when he goes
No,
to
you,
fight
you
his like
you
ex-girlfriend or whatever.
you see them all throughout until the elf arc. I thought it was a good send off because you see him from like episode like 10 to like episode like 130.
I know he fights. He's there for the fight between guy, like the
The,
fire guy that we see the first
yeah.
ever like demon form Asta.
Well, that
But
was
where else is he after that?
the elf arc. That was right before the climax of the elf arc. That was still like he got like 110 episodes in.
I feel like it would be cool if like the final battle, it's all of them teamed up against the
Yeah, but let's be
space
honest. What
demon.
is Mars doing? Like, bro, there's guys who shoot freaking moons and stars. Like,
He got
like
crystals. He can cover himself in crystals.
he's not cooking, bruh. Base Asta was cracking them shits.
Or what about the girl with the dragon? Well, I guess
She's not
now
cooking.
that's
That's
what's his face?
Fuegoleon's
Yeah,
Mister
Frigolions.
Mister One Arm. Yeah, and he's still not even stronger than his sister. You know, Marileona is right behind Yami. Marileona is a
Ooh.
demon. She's KCM Naruto. She is a demon.
She
She
literally
has.
is, though.
I feel like she
Mm.
she like pushed the story further than most people in the story.
She broke the power scaling in that whole show because the one thing we're like, oh yeah, captains are like
Monozone.
yeah, not even that. They were like captains are like nowhere near as strong as these like elf disciples, and then she's like fighting around, she just bitches him like insanely, just destroys him. It's like,
Gave
yo,
him
like,
the-
who is this, bro? Like, whose
Gave
sister
him
is
the-
this?
Gave him the
For one
Steely
stupid
Dan
night.
treatment.
She gave him the Jujutsu Kaisen treatment. She didn't even have to jump him.
Oh,
Like,
speaking about Steely Dan, how far are you in
Dang.
JoJo's, Omar?
JoJo's, I have
he's not watching that. He's not watching.
I haven't, dude. I've been so busy, and oh my god, I just got something in the way of the recording. This is amazing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, everybody. But no, I haven't watched JJ. I haven't watched Jujutsu I mean, Jesus,
Bro,
I
it's
can't speak.
bro's not
JoJo's.
cooking.
JoJo's. Wow, I'm having an off day.
Just
I'm
say
so
JJBA.
tired. JJBA. I haven't watched it in a while. I'm still on like the Pillar Man arc. It was
Woo!
Bro, watch 10 episodes.
he literally.
I know. I feel like 2 episodes in the podcast.
I
you're
really
like,
liked it too.
I am
I don't know
really
why I stopped
enjoying
watching,
this.
bro. I
And
really
now it's
liked
like-
it.
Do you know what Hamon is?
Yes, I know what Hamon is.
Okay.
Hamon.
Are you like towards the end of part 2 then?
No, I'm like in the middle of part 2.
So he
Well,
hasn't had the final
part-
battle yet.
I'm
part
gonna
three
watch
is
it.
like-
That's it. I have time. I'm gonna watch it.
Part 4 is Crazy Diamond. Mwah.
Crazy Diamond though.
I know a lot
Well-
of people don't like part 4.
Well, if you don't like part 4, you are utterly should be treated like
That's all I know.
I
you
feel
should-
like
you should-
they got some of the best sound effects. Part 4, part 5.
Part
for
4
stands.
Okuyasu's hand. Crazy Diamonds Ura Ura is so fire. Killer Queen has the best soundtrack. Bites the Dust has its
Queen.
own little cool ass soundtrack.
Little, like-
Jotaro sucks. He's horrible in part 4.
Jotaro.
well,
And
because the story's focused on Josuke, so
what was it? You also have one of the best JoJo's characters of all time.
Koichi.
Huh?
Koichi?
Fuck Koichi. I love Koichi, but you're missing one guy. He has a whole sub like JoJo plot.
Is it a little fat dude with the lottery
No, bro.
tickets?
Bro, you gotta pick up the pen, bro.
Rosuke?
Rosuke.
It's like thus spoke Kishikabe, right?
Rohan.
Rohan.
Rohan. Rohan.
Rohan Kishikibe.
So, what'd you guys
What was-
think of the anime ending for AOT?
I didn't watch it.
I'm
Not
not
just
even
as
gonna
bad as
bother.
the manga.
The manga, dude, I didn't even want to watch it because there was just like no.
It's just
fulfillment
like
for
he
me.
did everything for no fucking reason. I just feel like
You know,
that
you
person
know,
got
something really
really-
funny. The number for freedom in Japan is 204. There's a reason why, in AOT there's only 203 chapters. It's because Aaron will never really show freedom.
I saw a lot of people
That's
actually
so
liked it, which
fucking
surprised
sad
me.
because he gave up so much to like attain everything he's been working for. And it's like he didn't even accomplish anything. Like the Titan
didn't.
cycle is literally just gonna keep repeating itself.
He didn't
No,
cook.
The
His
Titan
whole.
cycle is not gonna because
No,
he
it's
takes away
not.
the power of the Titans.
But once
it's
they know how to
just-
make
No,
bombs,
wait,
they got
wait,
cooked.
wait, because at the end we see a boy and his dog go to the same tree that Aaron was buried at.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah, but, but when he dies, he takes the power of the Titans away from Eldian, so no one has it. Like Reiner can't transform, so if anyone ate Reiner, like no one can even turn into a Titan anymore because he took that like aspect of the Eldian blood out because now what the founder Ymir is dead because Eren dies. She disappears too at the end.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is bro didn't cook shit because his whole place got bombed 50 years later. Like they got wiped.
Yeah, they still like
Not
They
even
got
50 years later. It's literally in the same lifetime
as
as like
Mikasa.
John, Armin. They have to go back and fight because all the Jaegerists are
Oh yeah,
pissed.
not 50 years. I think it was 5 years.
wow, that's
Something like
crazy.
that.
5 or 8
And then
years.
like
They got
over
cooked.
time, it happens again. And I think
It just turns into a bigger conflict.
like a lot of people I saw like the ending, but I didn't because to me, when I watched like Code Geass and has the same ending, the reason why Code Geass is so good is because when Lelouch is killed at the end,
Everything's
everything
fixed.
is fixed because all the hatred in the world, he succeeded in getting all the hatred in the world on him, Lelouch, Zero, whatever you want to call him. And then when he dies,
The goat because
his
he's the
friend
goat.
who kills him is seen as the hero. The new government is seen as heroes. And then you don't have the wars and the killing and all this other stuff. And he has to do all this bad stuff. So he had all the hatred. And then when he dies, that goes away. But then Aaron, it just repeats. So, like, what's the whole point of the story if it's just going to repeat? Is it to,
Aaron
like, set up a new story that he wants to do?
Aaron put all the hatred back onto the Eldians and the people from Parody, and that was the issue because Lelouch did perfectly because bro was on the clinch and literally killed himself pretty much at the ending
Dude
by
killed,
betting.
like, the time wizard, his dad, who, like, lived in,
Yeah,
like, heaven.
His
that was
dad
so
is the
crazy.
time
Killed him.
wizard. What?
That was so crazy. That whole
He's,
ending
like,
was
some big,
so
like,
bizarre. I was like,
mhm.
yo, what the fuck is going on in fucking Code Geass right now? I was like, yo, it was just like regular ass stuff,
Man, what?
and then bro went to like a time chamber, and he was like, my son, welcome. I was like, yo, he's like, what
He's
happened
like,
to my
welcome to
mom?
the throne.
He goes, what happened to my mom? And he's like, yo, what's going on?
Hey,
I don't
yo,
know.
bro.
I like the Code Geass. I mean, I love Code Geass, but
Bro's Jesus.
AOT had a very similar ending, but they chopped it, bro. And they made my boy a bird. A bird?
They made who a
dove.
What?
bird?
Did you even watch the ending?
Did I miss something?
Aaron's a
Wait, you
bird,
watched
bro,
it,
to symbolize
Omar?
freedom. At the end, you
Oh
see a
yeah.
bird
Oh my
flying.
god, bro. Oh my god. I
The
can't
bird
believe I
that,
forgot
I
that.
think it's also the bird that,
That was
like,
stupid.
grabs on Mikasa's scarf is also
Yeah.
supposed to be Aaron, and it's like a dove, which I think means peace or
Bro, I'm not
something
gonna lie.
in
I just saw
symbolism.
this. I saw this meme on TikTok, and it was like, "Oh, the kid is not John's. Like, it's definitely Aaron's kid, or whatever the fuck it was." I
Or
just
like
found
that
it
whole
funny.
that whole Historia thing that Aaron knocked her up.
That's weird,
And like
bro.
Historia was like, don't worry, it was your dad that killed my family. No,
What the
Another
son.
fuck?
thing,
It was
another
him.
thing,
It
It
was
was
him.
him.
another thing in the ending is you have throughout all of Attack on Titan, you have this very serious, especially after like season one. Aaron is this very like emotionalist, serious person. He sometimes has rage moments, like when that Titan eats like the Garrison guy, and it's the same Titan that ate his mom. And then you have
Yeah.
like the scene at the end where he's like pathetic and begging
Oh
that
my god.
Mikasa never moves on. That's like the one of the cringiest scenes I've ever
That
seen.
show was so corny. I was like,
And I'm like, do not adapt
it
this,
it
please. And
it
then they
it,
do.
it rivals like the fucking the Boruto scene where he's crying in filler. It like almost rivals that. Like it was that bad. I was like,
No,
oh,
do
there's
you
no way
remember the
for us.
time that like Boro like broke Boruto's arm, and then it was just
That
like
was
him.
that was Ishiki. Ishiki broke his arm, and then he was
Ishiki?
like
Okay.
quivering in pain.
He was just like, ah! Like it was so funny, and the animation was so
Very, very,
bad.
very, very good representation, Omar.
It was
Spot on.
it was very very bad. That's
Spot
all I
on.
gotta say.
But like, you
Suck
know what
my
I mean? Where
toes.
like it's such a mood shift and like such a serious moment of the show as well, where you learn that Armin and Mikasa and like the people he specifically chose to have these flashbacks come back to them to meet before this whole rumbling, and then you have like that happen, and even like the Mikasa scene is just so like kind of just cringy, where it's like, oh, like you'd never forget about me and throw that scarf away. Like, okay, so then you want her to forget about you, but then you're talking to Armin, and now you're like, I want her to be stuck on me for 10 years. Like,
That's so
like
fucking weird, bro.
what the fuck?
You know what I also think?
It's
Also, the reason why I don't hate it a lot is because it really envelops like Aaron's whole like childhood, how he never really had one, and the emotional immaturity that he has is because he's never got to express it. So like now realizing that he was gonna die and realizing the implications of what he's doing, kind of realized that his lifelong partner and who he wanted to be with, Mikasa, he never got out to any words, and at that point he couldn't. so he was just kind of like balling. So like, I understand, but it's like the way just they animated it was like they had a 3-point shot to make it such a good like heartwarming sequence, and they just cooked it. They just made bro look like a fucking incel. Like it was
Well,
bad.
and especially because they built up in season 4, it's the beginning of the hatred, right? Which is where you see Aaron do things like, "Tell me, Casa, I've always hated you, and you've just been a nuisance to me. You're like a slave who won't go away." And then you have like this whole character shift, and it's like, to me, in Code Geass, Lelouch like never switches up. He's
Oh
always just,
yeah,
I'm killing people, I'm getting the hatred, I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
And then like the only time you see him like really become emotional is in his final moments when his sister's there, like literally crying because she just feels the blood because she's blind and all that other shit, and she
that
can
shit was
feel like
crazy. I was like,
the blood
yo,
and everything, and she's like, "Oh my god, Lelouch!" And she's the only one crying because, and I thought
she's
that
never seen her.
signified something so big because she is the only one crying because she never got to see what Lelouch did
Yeah, she never
because
got to see
she's
his
blind.
atrocities. Yeah,
So she still has this image of him as like this pure, like nice, kind-hearted person when in reality he's actually like a mass murderer, genocider. Even when he kills like
That's
I think
crazy.
what is it, his little sister, or like he doesn't kill her.
no, he doesn't
Someone
kill her.
kills her. I
No,
forget
they
who
don't.
kills her.
The,
Yeah, the pink-haired chick. Remember she's giving that big speech, and
oh yeah,
her
she
and
got
Lelouch are
wrecked. She
about it,
got wrecked. Yeah,
and
she
she
got
just gets
wrecked.
like blown up or something.
Yeah. I didn't he call that hit himself?
I think the dad did. And then they pinned it on Lelouch because he was there because they're gonna have a
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
And then even the
I
older
remember.
brother in the ship, when he's playing chess and he just is like almost like rewinding time and he's like, "You'll never get me in your Geass," and he's like, "I already got you," and then the dude goes and kills himself.
He cooks, bro. He cooks.
He said,
Like,
"I already got you in my Geass,
Bro
my
dude,
said,
Code
code
Geass is
Geass."
top 3 all time.
nah.
Oh yeah, it's better than One Piece, that's for sure.
Fortnite better. Fortnite better.
He said it was better than One Piece. This guy.
I did. I still have One Piece at like a 6 out of 10, even though
Mushoku
I'm like
Tensei.
halfway through Wano.
Mushoku Tensei is the best ever to do it.
It is.
Psych. Nah, I didn't like. Season 2 was okay.
Damn, Austin, you
Let me
got
let me tell you what
psyched out.
let me tell you what I'm watching right now. It's actually a pretty decent show. I got so hooked on Mushoku Tensei that I tried finding something like it, like that was at least like drama, adventure, and isekai. And I've
Okay.
been watching The Iceblade Sorcerer Shall Return. Not bad. I actually like it a lot.
The Ice
I've
Blade
not heard of
Sayer
that.
Sorcerer
It give
shall return.
yeah, it was like really popular. It gives me like Mushoku Tensei vibes. That's why I like it.
Have you watched
That's exactly what I was looking
Slime?
for. The time I got reincarnated with Slime.
Yeah.
Only watched the first 4 episodes, and I think I read like, because it's not a manga, it's a light novel. I think I read like the first like 20 pages.
And you dropped it?
I just wasn't into it at that time. I low-key want to go back to it. It's on my watch list.
Yeah.
But maybe,
I was gonna
because it is
say,
very isekai. Yeah, I
if you
know.
like Mushoku Tensei and Slime, you're gonna like the second season's about to come out. It's called Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy.
Wait,
Or
say that again?
Moonlit Fantasy.
Is it on
Tsukimichi.
Crunchyroll? Is it on Crunchyroll?
Michi Muchi.
Moonlight.
That's what I got from that. Michi Muchi.
Oh, Tsukimichi. Oh, I've seen this before. Oh, I'm adding this to my watch list. That looks actually dope.
Yeah. It's
That actually
like
looks dope. What the hell?
it's the opposite of like, you know how the whole cliche is like you get reincarnated and then you get like OP.
Bro was like starting at scraps, 100%.
Dude gets reincarnated and the god goes, "You ugly as hell. Get out of my sight." Puts him to the side. And then but like, I think it's not that god. It's like the other god of reincarnation in their world comes and just gives them all these power-ups. And they're like, "I hate that bitch. So here's all your power-ups. And go fuck her up."
So Ed and Zero.
I've never seen that, so I don't know.
Are any
Any theories?
Degenerate?
any finishing quotes or any anime recommendations?
Shangri-La Frontier, man. I'm telling you.
This guy's been saying this for like the past like 10
And no, none of you guys started.
podcasts.
Give us something else.
I'll start it. You know, I'll start. I'll watch the first episode. We can talk about it next time. Is it on the Crunchyroll?
Yep. It has 5 episodes out. I'm telling you, watch the first 2.
Shangri-La Frontier. Oh, dude, I was gonna watch this. I saw it, but the bird guy really creeps me out. I was
The
trying to look for
bird
something that was
guy.
Mushoku Tensei. It like literally, it. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, Flash, really? It won't give me
Yeah.
it. But I saw that. I was like, bro, that bear thing weirded me the hell out.
It's
Is that just
his
a mask?
costume. Yeah, just his
Okay, good.
costume.
Okay, good. I thought, bro, there's 6 episodes out.
Oh, okay. Oh
Damn,
yeah,
it's really,
there is. I
damn,
forgot.
it's really popular. It has 1.2K comments.
Yeah, it's been blowing up. It's one of the
Adding,
best out right now.
adding it to the watch list. Nice.
Telling you
All
guys,
I
you gotta
know
take
is
my recommendations seriously. I know what I'm talking about here.
I can't wait till the Sniper King Funko Pop comes out. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait until I'm
Although
finally all caught up on
carries
One
my
Piece.
weight.
And when you guys talk about leaks and shit, I'm not just sitting here like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Now you gotta
uh,
follow along with the leaks.
I don't know about. I don't
You're
like
getting
leaks.
better. You're getting better. You're getting closer.
Yeah, I mean
He's getting there.
I'm about to hit 1,000. So I mean,
Uh,
been what? I feel
It's
like
been
it's been
really
what,
good.
Omar? 4 months since I started it.
I didn't like the beginning of Wano either. It was
They gotta
kinda
start
blah.
paying you to watch One Piece.
Yeah, literally.
Well, me and Omar came up with it on our first podcast on our internship.
Yeah, we were
And I was
like,
like, I'll just watch One Piece and I'll go through it with you. And then here we are. That was like what, 4 or 5 months ago?
something like that. But you got through it pretty quickly, I should say.
Yeah, you went at your own pace.
My
The
One
One
Piece.
Piece. And he skipped along Ring Land Island.
That's crazy.
Well, Omar told me to, so
Yeah,
blame
That's
was a
your
him.
bad
fault,
move.
Omar.
Yep,
Omar,
that was a bad move. I agree.
that's a
Yep.
bad.
Omar
That's
said
a
it's
bad
the
move.
worst arc, and then I hit Marineford.
Okay,
and he said, it can't be worse than that.
very shortly later, I did tell you watch Long Land.
Have a great evening, everybody.
You too. Good night, guys. I'm very tired. It's
was
been a
crazy.
long week, but we'll catch you guys next time. We're gonna post everything on Spotify, YouTube, and stuff. Thank you guys so much. Have a great good night.